A crazy, insane, spinning space station. A brand new ship has been released, available for people to buy. And colonization is expanding far across the galaxy in more ways than one. It's been a very busy few weeks for Elite Dangerous, so let's look into what's going on. Now, that space station is called the Lantern Light Space Station, and it's situated in the Lalande 25224 star systems. It's become somewhat of a focal point due to its proximity to a neutron star, and this has led to rapid spinning and some really hazardous docking conditions. There's some footage on the screen right here, and this is from Alec Turner's recent video. I highly recommend you check it out. It is linked in the video description below. So, what's the story here? What happened? Well, it involves the station being inadvertently deployed deep within the star's gravitational well, and this caused rotational speeds far exceeding what would be classed as, a safe limits. Now, community events surrounding all of this have been pretty interesting and pretty lively, with players sharing videos, as we've seen already, and other things such as posts on Reddit, all capturing the ships spinning around the station. Often, this has been pretty entertaining and really highlights the challenge of trying to get inside the station. Yeah, I feel sorry for any residents on board there. They're probably throwing up everywhere. A cruise ship in a storm seems mild by comparison. Now, this can't be allowed to remain, obviously. It did need to be fixed, and that's happened through in-game activity, and it's also happened through the developers' two events which are connecting together to try and fix it. It's pretty interesting because it did become an in-game narrative. Frontier played along with this, and the Brewer Corporation intervened within the game. This is one of the big corporations within the game lore, and you can see this detailed on a Galnet article back in the end of March, which noted that the completion of the operation to correct the orbit had occurred, and this came after a community goal to correct that. So the developers supported this narrative by releasing an update that implemented the fix, and a commemorative even bobblehead is now made available, which you can see on the Arc store. This is honouring those who endured the high G-forces of that station, the poor blighters. Hopefully over time there's going to be some more interesting events going on, not too dissimilar to this, because with colonization there's stations being deployed all over the place, so who knows what strangeness may happen. Now moving on, we come to the brand new ship, the Corsair. You've seen a bit of a video on this over the last few weeks, and this has finally released into the game on the 8th of April, so this week, in fact, just a couple of days ago. It really is a significant addition because it is a medium ship and it is a multi-role ship, quite probably the best, most functional multi-role ship currently in the game. The design of the Corsair, in terms of aesthetics, is following Frontier's new trend of designing ships that don't follow the original pattern of straight lines. We're getting something a little bit more interesting here and a little bit more dynamic. Yeah, this doesn't look like a Sidewinder or anything like that, and it does follow the Gutamaya design. Now there are some stats here. I'm not going to go into all of them, but I'll link a video description below, or perhaps just link you to an article where you can find all the stats if you want them. But suffice to say, this does include size 7 thrusters, and that makes it both very fast and very manoeuvrable. In fact, size 7 thrusters, this is the first time they've ever been fitted to a medium ship in Elite Dangerous. Currently the ship is available as an ARX purchase. That's the only way of buying this right now. There is a price to it, and let me very quickly look that up. It's 16,520 ARX for the standard Corsair ship. If you want the Stellar Edition, which comes with a few bonus extras, it is 33,000 ARX. So yeah, this is pretty expensive. I have spoken about this in the past. I'm kind of not too keen on the price of the ships, but at the same time I understand why Frontier are doing this, and obviously we're seeing all these amazing updates they've been putting out over the past few months, the past year or so. So yeah, this money is apparently being invested back into the game. Hard really to argue with the results, isn't it? If, however, you're not interested in purchasing this ship with ARX, you'll be able to purchase it in the not too distant future. As with all newly released ships, they go straight to the ARX store for people to purchase. If they wait a little bit longer, 3 months usually, they do come available in-game, where you can buy them, basically get them for free. They'll be available with in-game credits instead. If the Corsair follows the same pattern, that means it should be available around about July time for everyone to purchase in-game if they don't pick it up by then. Now, another ship that was released last year is the Mandalay. This is an exploration ship. It has perhaps the greatest jump range in the game for any ship. Really a nice ship actually, and I use it myself quite a lot now. This was available for ARC's purchase earlier last year, but it's now available, well, it's actually been available for a few weeks now in-game via credits. Basically, every single ship that Frontier have released so far, every new ship, that's not the Corsair, with the exception of the Corsair, you can now purchase with in-game credits. So if you're returning back to Elite, keep in mind there are a selection of new ships. This includes the Python Mark II, the Mandalay, and of course the Corsair. And I have a feeling I'm missing one there. Yeah, I have missed the Type 8. So 3 ships available if you want to buy them with in-game credits. A 4th one on the way in the coming months, or you can purchase it right now with ARCs. Again, links in the video description if you want to check them out. Now, sticking with the theme of ships just for the moment, and this is just something where I want to very quickly put in a little bit of thoughts here. So far, we haven't had any truly large ships released for ARC's currency. I would like to see a larger ship come, and of course I think you all know which one I'd like to see. That is the Panther Clipper. Well, hopefully, maybe this year, fingers crossed, let's really keep on at Frontier there, and just maybe that will be on the way at some time in the not too distant future. Now, another thing I want to talk about very briefly here is the colonization. This came with the Trailblazers update earlier in the year, and well, you know all about it. The fact that people can now colonize star systems. There's been tens of thousands of star systems already colonized, and last week I spoke about how there's a player-run endeavor to build stations towards Bernard's Loop, and this will become a launch pad for the Distant Worlds expedition in 2026. Well, I recently found out there is another endeavour ongoing, and I heard about this from Walt Kerman, who you'll see posting on the official Elite Dangerous forums from time to time. This one is called the Lagoon Nebula Colonization Mega Project. A bit of a mouthful there, and as you might imagine with a name like that, it's all about chaining stations from the bubble, the inhabited area of space, all the way out to the Lagoon Nebula, which is around about 5,000 light years away from inhabited space. Yeah, this one is a significant distance. And they've also made amazing progress with this endeavour so far. Right now, as far as I can tell, they're around about 500 to 600 light years away from the edge of inhabited space. So bordering on, well, they've gone well over 10% of the way there. I'm going to link the official forum thread in the video description if you want to get involved with that and perhaps help out. Yeah, I love saying this, I love seeing the expansion across the galaxy. Some people may feel that the whole galaxy is being paved over. I'm kind of indifferent to that because, you know what, there's 400 billion star systems out there. It's absolutely, literally impossible for all of these systems to become fully colonized. There's just no way that even if everyone on the entire planet joined in, that it would happen anytime soon. So yeah, nothing to worry about there. And even if the galaxy does become too cluttered and too clustered with human activity, I think just maybe Frontier may have a solution about this in the future. Let's not forget there are plenty of permit-locked regions that we can't currently get into, and just maybe they will be used for other purposes at some point. But there we have it. That's where we are today with Elite Dangerous. Quite a lot going on, and if you're interested in it, do check it out because it remains a very interesting game. A lot of activity going on, and it's nice to see Frontier keep pushing forward with a variety of different updates and different content. So there we have it. Thanks for watching this video all the way through. There is another one on the screen if you want to watch that. Take care, and I'll catch you next time.